Colonel Allen West isn't expecting any retaliation because he says it's the White House that needs to bone up on foreign policy. Colonel, good evening to you. First, I do want to start with what happened at the White House today. Kind of a hit against the White House. They can't protect their own computers.
No, you're absolutely right. It's a pleasure to be with you, Cheryl. We had the power outage in the White House today. But what really brings up the concern is we know that China has a dedicated cyber hacking unit, and also the Russians seem to have that as well. And so you have to ask the question, is it possible that Hillary Clinton's private server that she kept in her private residence was also hacked? And we will never know since she has already wiped that clean. So we have an administration that is not doing what is necessary to protect the United States of America as far as cyber attacks, when we do have the U.S. Cyber Command.
All right. Well, it certainly is worrisome that this happened today. And yes, to your point about the D.C. outage, we don't know if those things are related whatsoever. But I do want to ask you about Scott Walker, because, you know, he's really one of the few people that's come out and said, I would absolutely, on day one as president, I would get rid of that deal with Iran. But he'd be undoing a pact that we have made with other nations. What is your take on Mr. Walker's comments?
Well, first of all, we know that Secretary of State John Kerry in a Senate Foreign Relations Committee hearing said that this quote-unquote executive agreement is not binding. So Scott Walker, if he is the next president of the United States of America, does have that opportunity to rescind this agreement if he believes it's not in the best interest of the American people, our allies, and overall global security. And I do find it quite hypocritical what the President of the United States of America, Barack Obama, said, because his decision to own up to a campaign promise to remove all troops from Iraq was without a doubt one of the most foolish things that we will ever see in American foreign policy and national security. And we see the ramifications thereof. And why are we sitting down with the #1 state sponsor of militant Islamic terrorism while they still have 4 Americans being held hostage, one to include a Marine, another being an American pastor, Saeed Abedini?
All right. Well, Colonel Allen West, there's certainly going to be many more evenings. We're going to be coming to you for your analysis, and it was wonderful tonight. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for having me.